Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards for any information we can get about your future spouse or your life partner, whichever one you closely relate to. I have 4 stacks for you all to choose from. We have a combination of moons and hearts. Remember to take whatever stacks resonate with you or whatever stacks call out to you and go forward with those ones. Starting over here on the left, we have Obsidian, Rose Quartz, Clear Quartz, and lastly, Labradorite. So choose whichever stack. You can check the description box or the comments section for timestamps if you'd like to skip directly to the stack or stacks that called out to you. It's perfectly fine if multiple do call out to you because, there might be a message in every reading for you. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first stack and that Obsidian. Starting with our first stack here, we have that Obsidian moon over there. I've already laid out all the cards. We're starting over here. We have the Sun from the Five of Wands, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Over here we have the King of Shells. This would also be the King of Cups. So you do have the King of Cups coming out twice with harmony and integrity over here. We have Transformation, which would normally be the Death card with transition and liberation. And then lastly, we have the Bear and Cedar with leadership. So it's interesting, when I was laying these out, I didn't really pay attention to the fact that they were both the King of Cups. But now that I'm seeing it, I'm thinking this person either has a fire sun sign, like, what is it? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or they have a water sun sign. So it's like there's a strong placement of either water or fire in their chart, or it could be both, like flop them back and forth, flip-flop. Like it could be an Aries sun with a Cancer moon and rising, or it could be a Cancer sun with an Aries moon and rising, something like that, where there's a prominent water placement within their chart and a prominent sun placement. I do feel like this person is very grounded, which is a good thing because there's a combination of that fire and water and they sort of cancel each other out. So you're seeing a really good personality when it comes to this person, somebody who really knows their emotions. So they're not one to get heated, like, overly excited about something, but they're not also one to like be too mellow about it. They have a good sense of self, so good idea of like how they act if they're angry, how they act when they're sad, so that they're very grounded, very controlled in their emotions. And I do like that there is that balance between the King of Cups and the Sun energy, that like really nice sort of like the type of person that will give you immense attention and immense love. So somebody who's very showing when it comes to their emotions. They might not be that way at first, I will say, because sometimes the King of Cups comes off as a little reserved. We do have the Bear over here that's for some reason giving me earth sign energy. So I'm feeling more like this person might take a while to really warm up, or at least feel comfortable in being that emotional or loving toward you. It might be something that they sort of like reserve until they really feel comfortable in that relationship. We also see the Five of Wands, which would normally be a little like combativeness in themselves and who they are. So it might be somebody who is transitioning sort of between jobs. It could be somebody who's transitioning between education and like the workplace. It might be somebody who is trying to figure things out and take one big leap in their life towards something that actually genuinely makes them happy. But it might be something that they're sort of like juggling with. It doesn't seem like in a bad way. It actually seems like they know what they're doing. They're prepared for what's coming. But it's just like that sort of like that transition period. We see that in the Five of Wands as well as in the Death card with transformation and transition. So it's like a movement into a better stage, or the stage that they're needing to be in. I do think, like, besides all this sort of energy, I think that regardless of age, we're seeing somebody who's very mature, very wise, very knowing. So it doesn't mean like they are a professor or anything, but it could be. But I just feel like this person has a lot of wisdom and a lot of known, they have a feel of a lot of things. They're very smart in whatever area they're in. I feel like there is a leadership since we have that on that card, but also because we have the King of Cups coming out twice. We have the Knight of Cups and transformation, meaning it's a level up. So I'm seeing somebody like with that wisdom, with that education, or that at least knowledge in whatever field they're in. I do think this is somebody in a relatively good position in their workplace. So it could be like a manager, could be maybe they're starting up their own company, so they're sort of like the head, you know, the CEO of their own startup. It just seems like there's somebody who's pretty well versed in a lot of things. So somebody who's worked hard to get to the position that they're at. I'm not seeing any specific job, so that's the interesting thing. I'm not seeing a lot of things, but it's whatever. It's something that they definitely love doing, which is why we might see that transition energy with them going from something that might have been, you know, just part of life, and it's now becoming something that they really genuinely have a great interest in, and they're able to sort of like chase after their dreams now. Now, in other things that I'm just, you know, general from these cards, I think this person isn't the showy type. This person doesn't seem like the type that would really dress up, mainly because we're seeing people in jeans, you know, just comfy sneakers, things that aren't really like overboard in, you know, sort of like fanciness, right? We just see somebody who's very go with the flow, and that is the epitome of the King of Cups. He's the type of person that's go with the flow. The good thing about the King of Cups is, regardless of gender, we see somebody who is loving of themselves, and it reflects on the outside. So just because they're not the most of the time the dressiest up person, they really do put a lot of thought into the way they appear. So they do care about their appearance. They're just not, you know, going overboard and wearing like suit and tie or high heels, you know, every single day of their life. I think they are athletic, because of the Knight of Cups as well as the Five of Wands. We're seeing somebody who at least tries to take care of themselves. There's somebody who either enjoys going outdoors, somebody who likes to do things that really gets like an excitement or a high energy. So they're one that's constantly moving around. I'm not sure why I'm seeing forest too. So they might be the type of person that likes to go into the woods, you know, might be hiking, might be you know, just seeing the animals, whatever. It might be fishing too. You might see somebody who just like really enjoys fishing, and that's why we see that water coming through. It could also be somebody who really enjoys swimming as well with this water energy. Thinking they have a overall, like, I just really like their appearance, because I feel like they sort of stand out in a crowd while blending in, but they just have this really like go with the flow energy. There is that, like I said, there's that transition, so you might be seeing them currently going through something where they're changing, you know, where they're at, what's going on, or their career path. But otherwise, like, no worries about that, because it's only leveling them up. It's a very good energy that I'm seeing here with this person. If I could say anything else, I'm not sure why, but there's something that's standing out. They might have like surprisingly dark eyes, or they might have just like really stand out, like soul piercing eyes. There might be something special about their eyes that just really is like something that you can't forget. It's just really something that like is ingrained in you from the moment you meet them. But basically, that's what I'm seeing. I really like this person's energy. I like that balance that's going on between that water and fire energy. I really like that they're grounded, because they're still giving me some of that earth energy, and that they're moving through whatever this is into something that's really great for both of you. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing here with this first deck. I might have gone a little past that quick pick a card 5 minutes, but I feel like there's a lot to say with this one. So I thank you so much for watching and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our second stack, we have that rose quartz heart. This could be pink quartz if you feel like calling it that. It's whatever you feel drawn to. I already laid out all the cards, so we'll go over them quickly so that you know what you're looking at. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. Over here we have the Sun with vitality and joy. We have the Nine of Feathers with perspective and self-empowerment. And lastly, we have the Crow and Dogwood with intelligence. And now, to be honest, I not really seeing a true like birth chart like I did with the first deck. If you're drawn to the first deck, you might want to check that out. There might be something in there for you. Normally I don't say that, because I'm like, you know, you're drawn to the right stack for a reason, but there might be something in there because of the way the Sun and the Page of Cups came out. I'm feeling like there's a very similar personality trait between the two stacks. The only thing is I'm not seeing where there's a true zodiac sign, because there's such a pretty equal disbursement, like I said, because we have 2 pentacles, which would be earth. We have 2 fires, which with the Knight of Wands as well as the Sun. We have 1 sword, which will be an air card, but then we look over here in the sun as well as the crow, and there's 2 birds. So it's like there's more air energy in cards that aren't even air. And of course we have cups. So if you're interested in birth charts, I would just say look for somebody who has a pretty equal disbursement of elements, of signs, so they're not just like solid, earth or solid air, like a nice even display, chart. So when it comes to this person is, as I was saying, like very similar personality to the previous one, very well balanced. I think this person though has a little more of a spark when it comes to their expression, when it comes to the way that they express their love, their affection toward you, because the Page of Cups is coming out here. And I love this card, just its illustration, a lot, because I feel like it has this whimsy to it that makes you feel almost like, like first love or like childhood love. There's a purity to it. There's a, like almost like butterflies in your stomach kind of energy to that. And it ties in with that sun card there with like the hummingbird, and it always having such a beautiful sort of message to it, and having that like sort of pure energy of a hummingbird. It's something that, like, when you see a hummingbird, there's something that is just a wholehearted joy, to it. So I think this person just really has a very lovely, like pure, almost naive, sort of childish way of loving, but it's actually like really wonderful, just their overall, approach to love and affection and expression, their love language. The 10 of Pentacles as well as the 3 of Pentacles, this is good for multiple areas. One, it's good for family, because we see that they really care about their loved ones, the people that they love, which includes you. So you're in it, in this person's mind very heavily. But it also comes to their extended family, like people around them. They really heavily appreciate those people, and they make sure to show that to them. I don't think it's like a huge family that they have, and that might be why they just are so appreciative of the people that they have in their life. But it also shows in their career that this is a very smart person. We do have intelligent over here. So I think whatever their chosen career is, they're very organized when it comes to it. They have a very good position, and they're only going further. So it's like they have tons of plans, and they're achieving all their goals, their purposes, they're setting out and, just knocking everything down left and right to get to where they need to ultimately be. Which might be why we're seeing that Page of Cups, because we're seeing a similar energy to the first stack, but they're not quite the King of Cups yet. They're still in that page energy. So I just feel like they're really good, whatever career they have, whatever job. It's like, even if they're going to school right now, they just have a really clear like path ahead of them. They really know what they're going for or going after. This person is slightly different from the previous one, because I do feel like there's a little more excitement in this person. They really like to go out and do stuff. They like to be surrounded by a lot of people. They love having friends. They love having a good time. They love to sort of like see more. It's sort of giving me that bird energy tied into that Knight of Wands, where it's like, how far can you travel? How much can you do? What, the sky's the limit. Just do all you can, see all you can, and, never stop. There's always more, to explore. So I really do think that this person has an excitement to them. And what's good is we see that in addition, to wanting to do all those things, wanting to go out, have fun, explore the world, it's heavily ingrained in them to, take you along with them, to have you as part of that journey for their loved ones, their families, to be alongside them, rather than either, being alone or just doing things solo. I really do feel like their friends, their family, the people, they just need people. They're that type of person. They're the type that need people to be around them, because they want to express themselves. They want to, have that love and give that love. I think it's just a very good energy. Even with crows here too. Crows, they keep in groups. They stay together because they know they can accomplish more when it comes to just being around each other. So anything else we can see? Basically, I would say for some reason I thought they love summer, and I think they like the beach. They like going places, like I said, like traveling. But there's something about summer that just like suits them. It might be that they're born during summer. So, I mean, that could be where we're seeing like that heavier air energy, or that fire energy. But I feel like summer's their months. Whether, you know, northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, I feel like summer is their time to shine. I don't think that this person's very showy, but for some reason I'm feeling like they're well off. Mainly 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles usually indicate somebody who has like a good like savings or something, or is very good with money. But I feel like they don't really spend a lot on themselves. They more spend their money on events, or, you know, going places, doing things. It's not about, you know, getting stuff. It's about doing stuff. So it doesn't seem like the type of person to really show themselves in their appearance. And we do see that in both of these. Like, nobody here is heavily showy in their attire. You know, it's sort of like normal everyday clothes, nothing that's really standing out. But I do feel like this person either has a fondness of the color blue, or it's something that you see them in. Like, when you notice them, they're usually wearing something blue. Like, it could be their shirt, it could be their pants, but it seems like there's something blue around them, or it's just their favorite color. Like I said, I think they have pretty hair, or they style their hair well. There's something, like, you know, regardless of gender, just something about their hair. And also just a very, like, I don't know, like something about their smile too that just stands out to me here. There's a niceness to their smile. But basically, that's what I'm seeing here with this deck. Lots going on, but I think, you know, overall, good energy from this person. But I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our third stack, we have that clear quartz over there. I've already laid out all the cards, so I'll go over them quickly for you so that you know what's out. We have the 6 of Swords, Justice, the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Traveler with adventure and potential. This would be the Fool. We have the 6 of Feathers with transition and insight, and this would be the 6 of Swords. Then lastly, we have the Horse and Bluebell. So when it comes to their zodiac sign, we're very heavily on that air energy. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius when it comes to those air signs. This could be that their sun sign is an air sign. It could be that their moon and descending are both air signs. So just, you know, if you're interested in birth charts, you might want to look that one up, see if they line up with those signs. But, you know, it could just be that they're a very talkative person too. It could be that they're a very fair or just person, somebody who really cares about things. This could also be somebody who might work in law enforcement, work in maybe like a court setting. They could be a lawyer, you know, they could be a judge. They could be somebody who maybe is like a city council person, or somebody who works in a place that sort of has to make decisions when it comes to like a larger group of people. And that could be where we're seeing that energy come from. But I feel like whatever it is, their career, their job requires a very strong mindset, you know, a lot of clarity in decision making. We see that in the 7 of Cups too, like trying to make the right decision, the right choice to move forward with, the best things to sort of like tackle at the moment. And we also see that like with Horse and Bluebell, that modest fortitude. It's sort of like their way of just, you know, tackling the future. I really do like there's a good balance here. Even when it comes to like just their way of living, I feel like they're all about, you know, doing things now, but also planning for the future, so they can live in the moment without dreading, you know, what's coming. But they also sort of have their own little like safety net, just to make sure whatever happens in the future, like they're good. I do think that this person is very similar to the first deck, where there is a slight transition. We have that with the 6 of Feathers with transition, and in the Traveler itself with that movement. 6 of Swords gives like sort of a rocky energy of movement forward. So it could be maybe their previous relationship that's coming through here is saying something like along the lines of it wasn't the best, and it's something that sort of stayed with them, or some energy that's still lingering when it comes to you two. So there still might be some, you know, whatever that is that's there, and it'll, you know, fade away. It just might be some of that energy. It could be them transitioning from one stage in their life to the next. Like the first stack was sort of like, if they're moving from one job to another, maybe they're starting up their own business, or, you know, maybe they're graduating from school and they're ready to move into the workforce that they had planned on going into. And that's where we're seeing that transition energy that's coming through. The good thing is when they're in your life and when this relationship is moving forward, you actually can see that this person is the right one for you. Like, the major sign here is that there is a fresh start energy. So a release from past negativity, a release from anything that might be holding them back, and then the ability to just like grab a hold of the future. So really good, positive energy for them. I think a lot of brightness, a lot of happiness, like just major positive, bright energy that's coming through her. A lot of good, you know, vibrations that are here. So when it comes to anything else I can see, I would say this person, this person seems a little more concerned with their image than the other stacks. I do feel like this person tries really hard to look good. I think they really want to look good. I think it's for them. It's not for anyone else. I just think that they really have that energy of like wanting to put on their best, you know, wanting to stand out, wanting to really look good. So I feel like they're more like a fancier dresser, or they, you know, put a lot of thought into what they're wearing, what they're putting on, what their, you know, their overall, I guess, images to others, their overall aura is when they walk into a room. I think that's something that they're more conscious about. I also think with all that air energy that's coming through, they really don't like to sort of fit a mold. They don't want to be like other people. So they try to stand out. They try to separate themselves from others, so they're not just like, you know, cookie cutter like everyone else off of an assembly line. They really want that uniqueness, something that really, you know, marks them, you know, as who they are. I can't tell with these cards if they just really rather stay away from people, or if they just don't have a large group that they spend a lot of time with. It could be either one, but I don't really see them as being the type to be around a large group of people. It might be a small group of maybe like, you know, 35 people, but never a very big group. They tend to like stick in their own little clique of friends, and not do much outside of that group. So they're not really like, I mean, they might go out and do things, you know, in that group where there's a lot of people, but I don't really feel like they're the type of person to host a party of like, you know, 20-30 people. I think they try to keep it pretty small, not very loud, or, you know, huge in capacity, basically. So that's what I'm seeing with those things. If any other things stand out to me, I think we see somebody who is, they have a nice build to them. I don't think that they're really like super into, you know, going to the gym or working out or anything. I think they just sort of like are built well naturally. I think they have, like I said, like they're more concerned with their image. So you see somebody who takes a little more care of themselves, somebody who seems to just really want to look their best, feel their best. There might be something with their hair, and because we're seeing feminine masculine here with long hair, they might just have like, you know, wavy hair or slightly longer hair. Something about their hair being like slightly longer than normal, just something that is a little you know, out of the box. That might also be just due to their uniqueness or desire to be unique. They might have curly or wavy hair, sort of textured hair, or it might just be the way that they style it that results in that. I'm seeing slightly lighter complexion or lighter hair. There seems to be something here that's giving it like not necessarily the darkest of browns. It seems like almost like medium brown and lighter, just higher on the hair scale, you know. So I do want to say with this one, because there's a little uniqueness to this one. So this person seems like whatever they've done, they put a lot of work into for success, and I think they're going to be greatly successful in their future. There's a really like a true brightness that is there for them. Whatever's coming through, I think there's really a fantastic future that awaits them, and I think you being a part of that is, it's almost like it was designed for both of you at the same time. So you sort of have to be there for all of this to come through. But I really do like the way things are planning out. And I think this person is a very good person. They just, you know, whatever this is that they're sorting through, they get through it and they're in a great position. That's what I'm seeing with this third stack and that clear quartz. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our fourth stack, we have that Labradorite over there, that Labradorite heart. I've already laid out all the cards for you, so I'll go over them quickly. We have the Six of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. Over here we have the Five of Shells. This would be the Five of Cups with hope and readjustment. We have the Two of Shells, which would be the Two of Cups with union and harmony. Lastly, we have the Raccoon and Sycamore with curiosity. So got a lot of energy, and for some reason when I laid these out, the first thing I thought was, oh, I like this person's King of Pentacles energy, because I just feel like that King of Pentacles illustration in particular, I just feel like that person's so proud of where they're at. They have such a good energy, like they know there's more to come. They know they're not going to give up and be like, you know, content in the moment and think like that's it. You know, I feel like this person's continuing to do hard work and move forward, but I just really love that energy of the King of Pentacles. I'm thinking like this is really a great personality sort of like trait that's present within that card. It's like they're not too affected by where things aren't, you know. They're not too concerned with that. Like it's not where they want things to be, or they're not, you know, where they hope to be. It's more like, you know, okay, they're not there yet, but they will be soon. And it's just like a piece that's present there. So that's just something that stands out to me. It could also be that this person might be an earth sign prominently when it comes to their birth chart. So if you're interested in astrology or birth charts or anything, or you want that as a sign, there might be a prominent earth placement with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. That gives me very strong Taurus energy. So I'm not sure why, but they might just have some very strong Taurus placements. I will say with this stack in particular, it does seem to me like this could be a return. This could be somebody from your past that maybe has done a lot of work, has changed a lot, or is just now able to enter your life where it can be successful, you know, like the actual right timing for this relationship to flourish. Now, with the Two of Shells coming through here, if you believe in past lives, this could be a past life connection. This could also be a soulmate that's actually entering your life when they need to, like when they can stick around for the duration that is, you know, meant for them. If this is somebody from your past and you're like, I'm not sure if I want them back, there is something good that I will say. When it came to an end, so this might not resonate for all of you, it's just for those people if this is somebody from the past, okay? So if it is somebody from your past, they went through a lot. That is the Ten of Swords, which is like the most tragic card in the tarot deck next to like death, you know? So they had to go through quite a bit. They had to really work on themselves, really face the truth. And the only way to move forward and the only way for your guides to allow them back into your life was for there to be proof that they've actually changed. And I do feel with that movement from the Ten of Swords into the Ten of Pentacles, we're seeing somebody who has heavily worked on themselves and is now in the stage that they can reach out to you and sort of start things, because we're seeing a page, we're seeing youth, or we're seeing a beginning within that card. They will have the King of Pentacles energy, regardless of gender. They will have that King of Pentacles energy, but they're starting off fresh with that Page of Pentacles energy. And that's why I'm saying like Six of Wands is my return card. But, you know, that's why it's like the card that says they can only return to you if they've actually done something that's allowed their return. They had to be successful in battle in order to come back. So that's more of that energy if somebody is returning to you. If not, if this is like a brand new person that's coming through here, that's their own energy of having to have gone through like some relationships, some life lessons, and then enter that stage where they can move forward and now have these opportunities in front of them. Also with King of Pentacles, I will say that's normally somebody with a good job, or at least a good career mindset, good goals in mind, so that they will have success in their life, in their future, in their family. That's also somebody who's very family oriented, somebody who really cares about their family. So in turn, cares about you, cares about who you are, where, like when you're happy, when you're sad. Somebody very concerned with you. They might not be that overly emotional King of Cups. You know, it might not be somebody who will sit there and like really feel those emotions with you. But the good thing about this King of Pentacles is there's somebody who is like the rock you can cry on. You know, they are that support for you. They are always there, always reliable. They will listen, they will care, they will like be by your side, ride or die with that energy, the truest form. And that's why I always say the best card for your spouse to come out as is the King of Pentacles. They might not be the most emotional, they might not be the most romantic, but they are the absolute most dedicated life partner, future spouse you can ever have. Then with all this other sort of energy going on, I do feel like this person has a strong sense of self. So when they walk into the room, you know, it might also be partially because they might have a strong Taurus placement, but they walk into the room, they sort of, you know, everybody turns to them. They gather the room's attention. They might be told often that like they seem stuck up or they seem like they don't like people, but that could just be that like, you know, either quiet introvert or just like they're not a talker. So that could be something that they're constantly mistaken as being, is like, you know, just a little pompous, you know, or too posh for everyone else. I don't feel like, very similar to a couple of the other stacks, I don't feel like they put a lot of money into their appearance, but at the same time, I feel like they do care about their appearance. So it might not be that they invest a lot, but I do feel like they want to look their best, even though they don't invest a lot in their appearance. It's something that they care about. You know, they want to look good, but at the same time, I think they just want to be comfortable, and we see that could also be, like I said, typical stereotypical Taurus trait of just wanting to be comfy. For other signs, we're getting very strong earth, very strong water, so there could be that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or that any water placement as well. When it comes to anything else, I do feel like this person is where they need to be when it comes to their career. Like I said, they've got a good plan, and I think everything follows suit after that. I think this person likes to be around people they care about and close people. It doesn't seem like a lot of people. They might have their group of people that they like, you know, just like to hang out with, but I think with that Two of Shells energy, there is a strong bond with certain people, and I think especially you, and they really do heavily appreciate the time that it's just like you two together. So it's something that they really cherish, and I feel like more they want to be with you than like going out and having fun. So that might be something that's like a key to their personality. It's just they prefer more alone time with you rather than out, you know, with others. They also seem like the type that wants to do things, but also it doesn't seem like with a lot of people. I think they are an outdoors person, but they don't like huge groups. They just sort of like to keep to small groups. But that's basically what I'm seeing here. I think this person has a very nice smile, very sparkly eyes, two things that definitely stand out. But that's sort of the energy I'm getting here. This one went a little longer than expected. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye.